Man, I'm really craving some tilapia.
Can't you just go to the supermarket to buy some?
But I'm broke.
Oh, I know! What about the plot farm in HCI? Do you know about that?
We had a farm? Tell me about it.
Our sustainable tilapia farm works in a complete cycle.
Rainwater is collected and filtered for use in the fish pond and algae tank, replacing water lost through evaporation due to Singapore's heat. Its pH value is maintained at an optimal level to ensure efficient and sustainable farm operation. The algae tank produces algae that feed the fish, supplying them with nutrients so they can reproduce quickly, which enables the farm to produce about 50 tilapia per month as a sustainable food source. The system applies physics concepts in water filtration. Rainwater flows from higher to lower gravitational potential energy, allowing it to be collected from nearby rooftops. It first enters the sedimentation tank where suspended particles settle as water flows slowly, providing initial purification. The water then flows down into a filtration system beneath the tank. According to Darcy's law, water flows faster through materials with larger pores and slower through materials with smaller pores. The filter has 3 layers, where the top layer is gravel, the middle layer is fine sand, and the bottom layer is charcoal. These layers remove impurities and improve water clarity. This gravity-driven process cleans water efficiently without electric pumps or costly materials.
To provide a sustainable habitat for the fish, we need constant aeration. The Venturi effect allows us to do so without expensive pumps.
We address the oxygen levels in our tilapia tank using the Venturi effect. We need constant aeration, and the Venturi effect allows us to do so without expensive pumps. As water is pumped through the narrow section of a pipe, its velocity increases significantly. According to Bernoulli's principle, as the velocity of the fluid increases in this constriction, its static pressure must decrease. By placing a small intake hole exactly at this low pressure point, we create a vacuum effect. The atmospheric pressure outside is now higher than the pressure inside the pipe. This difference in pressure sucks out the air directly into the fast-moving water stream. This creates a constant flow of fine bubbles, providing the essential dissolved oxygen.
We designed the fish pond and the algae tanks such that there will not be too much pressure inside, which might cause it to crack.
Pressure in the liquid increases with depth, so the bottom of the tanks experience the greatest pressure and requires stronger structural support. Steel or aluminum frames help prevent bending or cracking caused by uneven forces and reduce unsupported surface area, lowering pressure on the glass. The pond has a maximum pressure of about 7,000 pascals, while the algae tank reaches about 5,000 pascals. The pond can withstand more pressure as it's supported by surrounding soil. Both structures can safely sustain these pressures over long periods.
To maintain a perfect environment for our tilapia and algae, we utilize phase change materials, specifically paraffin wax, as a passive thermal battery.
We utilize paraffin wax as a passive thermal battery. The wax absorbs a massive amount of latent heat to melt without changing its own temperature. During the day, the paraffin wax melts and absorbs the excess heat from the system. At night, the process reverses and the wax solidifies, releasing the stored energy back into the water to keep the farm warm. Paraffin wax doesn't degrade and is highly sustainable and non-corrosive.
The solar panels on top of these house act as the sole energy source of our entire plot farm. Solar panels generate electricity through the photovoltaic effect. When sunlight hits silicon cells, photons transfer energy to electrons, locking them free from their atoms. This is converted into usable electrical energy by an inverter. This is made possible by doping the silicons with impurities. N-type silicon is mixed with phosphorus to provide extra free electrons, while P-type silicon is mixed with boron to create holes that electrons can move into, allowing a controlled flow of electricity. The electricity is then used to power these 2 aerators in the tilapia pond. Aerators are essential to the survival of the tilapias and water wisteria, as it pumps air into water in the pond, increasing the dissolved and oxygen levels while decreasing nitrogen content in the water. Oxygen is required for a process called respiration, where glucose is broken down by oxygen to get carbon dioxide, water, and ATP energy. The reduction in nitrogen content also prevents excess algae growth in the pond, which reduces the chance of eutrophication from occurring.
To ensure that there is adequate amount of water in the tilapia pond and the algae tank at all times, rainwater is collected through the rainwater collection system. However, rainwater is possibly acidic, which is not optimal. Pollutants in the air, most notably nitrogen dioxide and sulfur dioxide, lead to further acidification of rainwater. Nitrogen dioxide originates mainly from internal combustion engines during transportation, while sulfur dioxide mainly comes from the combustion of fossil fuels. These 2 pollutants in the air react with oxygen and water to form 2 acids, sulfuric acid and nitric acid. These acids dissolve in rainwater, resulting in a pH level of approximately 4.5, which is lower than the 7 to 9 required for tilapia. Therefore, our plot farm introduces a natural water acidity balancer, water wisteria. During this plant's rapid growth, it consumes 2 notable nutrients, carbon dioxide and nitrogen dioxide, which are present in acid rain. With them being removed from the water, pH levels of the water increases to around neutral levels of 7, which is optimal for the growth of the tilapia.
All in all, this is our proposed idea of a sustainable food farm. This makes use of current infrastructure, modifying it to be of better use. Additionally, this does not use any external energy, and every single component in this farm is critical for its purpose. This farm also uses no chemical agents, making it safe in a school environment and for people to visit on a daily basis. Thank you.